Hi and welcome to some more pizza ramblings. So today we've got Caputo Nuvola and Molino Dallagiovanna mixed together. So it's a 50-50 mix of both types of flour. So that'll be quite interesting. And also I've been doing a little bit of research on dough and high hydration and all that kind of stuff. And I came across a really interesting folding technique. So that's in here today as well. So stay tuned. Also, before I move on, a big thank you to everybody. I've got well over 450 subscribers now, so we're approaching the 500 mark, which is super duper. So a big thanks, and if you find these videos useful, then please like and subscribe. Okay, so this is what I've got. I've got 509 grams of the Molino Dallagiovanna, 509 grams of Caputo Nuvola. So obviously this is a type 00 flour. It's got a W index of 310 and a protein level of 12 grams, I think it is. This is W index of, I think it's 280 to 290, and this has 12.5 grams of protein. This is obviously a type 0 flour, and this is a type 00 flour. I've got my water in here and I'm just about to measure out my fresh yeast, but for those of you who are in the UK, I have since found that Asda's are doing fresh yeast for 20p, and you get 50 grams of it, and it's in there, and it's usually down by the bread section. The app today I'm using is the pizza app. One of the reasons why is that the Uni app seems to add more yeast, and right now in the UK we've got a bit of a heat wave going on. It's currently 30 degrees outside, but tomorrow it's going to drop to 18, so I'm trying to find a balance in between. So this is what we've got: 6 dough balls, 280 grams, 62% hydration, because we know the Molino doesn't like hydration, 3% salt. I'm making my dough a little earlier than normal today on a Friday, so 26 hours, and I'm opting for 22% room temperature, 22 centigrade room temperature, or Celsius as it should be. And here are the measures. So we've got 1018 grams of flour, which is why we've got 509 of each type. Water, which I've measured out, salt, I need to measure that out, and I need to measure the yeast out. So that's what I'm going to do now. There's the 0.52 grams of yeast, which is those bits, and there's an example of what you get is all that lot. Never going to use all that lot, but this will keep in the fridge and I'll be able to use it next week, and then I'll throw it away. Okay, so there's all the stuff. Get rid of that. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is just mix these two flours up. The Nuvola in this light, which probably isn't the best, looks slightly more yellowy, ever so slightly, and slightly more coarse when you rub it between your fingers than the 00. So let's get these mixed up. Should be an interesting experiment. I'll be honest, it's the first time I've ever mixed different flour types. Some people do it. I've never done it before. But I think that'll do. It's a rough mixing up. going to let that rest for a bit now. It's had a good probably 5 minutes or more mashing up in there, so I'm going to just cover it over. I'm going to leave it for 10 minutes or more and then do a bit of stretching. So I'm not going to go through the whole kneading process like I always do, but one thing I have watched recently, and just lift this up a little bit, on a bread channel on YouTube, was this bloke did something called lamination, and essentially it's basically while you're kneading your dough, you stretch it out as big as you can do, like so. Stretch it, get it as thin as you can, give it a shake. And it was quite interesting how he did it and the effects it must do when you're kneading, or well, folding. So you get a big slab like that and stretch it as much as you can. And the idea is, we call it laminating. Come out. And at first I thought, what the hell does he mean, laminating? But it's simple. You stretch it and then you fold it over a little bit. And then fold it over a bit more. Fold it over a bit more. Fold it over a bit more. Bingo. So I think I'm going to do that a good few times and see whether it has any effect on it. Okay, so I've left this for a bit. I'm going to just give it another stretch on the bench. The lamination approach, as it's called. He's had about 40 minutes, I think, to relax. So let's have a go at stretching it out again. Just a case of keep pulling it till it stretches further and further and further each time. Quite like it, it's a good idea. And then once you've stretched it quite a bit, it's pretty stretched. We simply give it a bit more. Oh, it's really going now, that. Fold it over a bit on itself. Yeah. So there we go, that's how you do it. The interesting way of laminating the dough. Give it a try, see if it works out on yours. So I've just got to the stage where I'm going to ball this dough up. It's been, this is the Nuvola and the Molino Dallagiovanna, 50% of each flour. It has been quite warm, but I think the room's been sat at around 22 overnight, which is what I did put in the pizza wrap at 22 degrees, and I kept it under the stairs in the cool yesterday afternoon. I've never seen pizza dough rise as much as this in this particular tub, that it actually hits the top. I've never had that before. I can only assume it's down to the temperature, but could it be because it's a mixture of the two flours? Probably not, but I thought I'd just show you that. Pretty crazy looking stuff. Ooh, that looks great. So yeah, I'll get that balled up now and we'll cook it later. Okay, so it's time to cook this. Unfortunately, we have really bad weather today. It's stormy. It was 30 degrees yesterday. Today it's something like 18 and raining like mad. So excuse the bad weather. This is the dough that's a 50-50 of Nuvola and Molino. We've had a dough ball. We've made some mini dough balls out of it, so I know what it tastes like. It tastes pretty good. It doesn't taste much different than normal, to be honest, but so the consistency is slightly different than standard Nuvola, obviously. Here comes the rain. It's quite a nice firm dough. I don't know whether that's because it's a low hydration, well it's 62%, but it feels nice. It's definitely a nice, it's definitely nice to handle. So this will be the first pizza, so we'll give this a whirl. I can feel the gases inside, it looks quite nice. So this is for my camera lady. She always gets the first pizza of the week, which is just going to be a barbecue chicken pizza. Already looks to have a nice ridge on it. Okay, just stretch it out a little bit. It's nice. It's definitely a nice concoction. A bit of tomato. Looks nice and thick today, huh? Order latte. Been pulled out of the freezer this morning, so it feels still quite cool, but hopefully it'll still melt all right. And we just got some chicken that we've covered in a barbecue sauce. It's been marinating all day. Okay, I'll stretch that out now on the peel. Stretch is nice. Just making a nice sized pizza. Bit more cheese on. Bit more chicken in places. Okay, so now we will get that thrown in the oven. Hooray, the sun is out. This looks really nice. how that crust is growing. Looks like a cracking crust on that. Looks really solid looking. No big black bubbles yet. Cheese is bubbling away, which is what we want. Wow, that looks really good. Okay, I think that's done. Right, let's cut it up and have a look at what this crust looks like inside. So, using a sharp knife, let's have a look at what's inside Natasha's pizza, which is based on 50% Nuvola and 50% Molino. And it's looking very, very good. Wow, look at that. Yeah, serious, nice and springy. That is a really nice crust. Yeah, it looks superb. Let's have a look at the other side again. The whole thing's just really, really nice. So I suppose it comes down to the quick taste test. It's super light, not chewy. It's really good, really good. I'm glad I tried it. That's definitely one I'm going to be doing again, because you can buy this stuff now in 5 kilo bags, the Molino, and it's £6 for 5 kilos. I'm going to mix that up with a bit of Nuvola again and again and again. I think that's really, really, really nice. I mean, I can't get over that. That is, for a 24-hour proved dough, well, 26 hour, you can't complain. Really good. So there we go. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. So looking back, I'm now in a bit of a dilemma as to whether it was the flour that made this nice dough or whether it was the lamination technique. It's something we need to get to the bottom of, so stay tuned, there'll be more videos around this subject.